Welcome back to State of Sonder. Today's episode is with one of my dear friends, Subin. And this episode, actually, we filmed back in July when I went out to New York. And it's taken this long because I had forgotten to press record on the audio interface when we filmed. And so the next day when I was importing the footage and the audio, I realized the audio file wasn't there. And I was just like, I sat there, I remember so vividly. I sat there in front of the computer just like confused. I was like, wait, it has to be there. Like, where is it? But yeah, that was a big fuck up on my part. And so I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to put this episode out because all we had was the camera audio and the camera was pretty far away. And I just really didn't know what to do. But I had so much fun filming and I felt so sorry to Subin because like he had taken out time in his busy day and he happened to have a really busy morning that day. And anyway, a friend of mine was so gracious and he helped recover the audio as best as he could. And I really still wanted to share it and I still wanted to get it out because I just felt like, you know, Subin is a really great friend to me and his career journey has been very interesting because he's done a bunch of different things and he's just such a fun person. Like he is such a bright light wherever he goes. He is someone who really brings people together. I've met so many friends through Subin and he's just such a good time and he has the most energy out of anybody I know. So through this episode, you're going to hear, there's going to be moments you can't really hear the audio. There's going to be moments where it sounds a little bit robotic, but I still wanted to share it and I hope you listen with some forgiveness and grace. But yeah, I'm so thankful to Subin. I'm so sorry that I messed up on your episode, but I'm glad that we got it to a place where I can still release it. So I hope you enjoy. Hello, Subin. Welcome to
up?
State of Sonder.
I'm so honored to be here.
Thank you for coming on. I know you've had a very busy morning.
Yes.
So can you run down your weekend for me so far?
Went out yesterday, stayed out until 2 a.m., woke up at 8, went for a run, ran for 10 miles, ate food at the park. The park was really nice today.
You said you were at Port where?
Fort Greene.
Where
Fort
is
Greene.
that?
It's like south. It's kind of like towards like the boot, so like Brooklyn kind of looks like a boot, and it's like on the bottom part of the boot.
Right.
But yeah, we ran all the way there, had lunch, had wine for whatever reason, so more drinking, and I literally just got back home, showered, and came all the way back here.
You're a busy boy.
Very busy.
Wait, where did you go yesterday? You went to a show, right?
Sunset, Prospa. I actually had never heard of it before.
Is it like a house DJ?
Yeah, it was like house DJ. It was like on a rooftop, like that was like super far, but it's good vibes.
How do you do so much? Like truly, because I feel like even in LA, which we'll get into the move and everything, but like you do more than anybody I know. Like how do you have the energy?
Yeah, I'm like a drug addict and my drug is being outside. I get energy, I get FOMO if I don't go to things. And in my mind, how I rationalize it is like, oh, if I go like dancing for like 2 hours, I'm like working out. So I get my cardio done. It all works somehow, and I'm thankfully I have like enough energy to keep going. I realize now that this is not normal.
But like, do you ever? So you're obviously very extroverted.
Yes.
So like, do you ever have moments where you like don't want to do things, like where you feel like I want to be introverted today, or does that not exist?
Yeah, it'll happen like one day, right? Like let's say I've been going out for like 4 days straight. That last thing, I just like want to sit at home, do nothing, watch TV. But then if I sit around for too long, I'll be like, oh, God, I'm kind of bored. It's like on Monday, I'll just keep on going.
You're a different breed. What the heck? So do you go out during the week while you're out here? Like
Yeah.
it's not just a weekend?
Yeah. It's honestly low-key better in the week because it breaks it up. So like I'll go out on Wednesday, or like I'll have dinner and drinks on Wednesday. I'll go out on like Thursdays. I'm pretty much going out like 4 or 5 times a week.
I don't know how you do it. Okay, so let's talk about. I don't know where I want to begin because I have so many things I want to ask. But like, okay, so you moved out here for work.
Yes.
Yes. But prior to this, like, I feel like when I first started really hanging out with you, you were at
TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do there?
I was a creative strategist, so my job was basically helping brands like run marketing campaigns on TikTok. Because like at the time that I joined, it was so new. People were like, "What is this? How do we get the most effective results out of like our marketing campaigns?" So I would partner and consult with, um, and my vertical is entertainment, so like studios like Netflix, Disney, Hulu, and basically consult them on like best practices, teach them how to like be better at TikTok, and like also like pitch ideas for them to do.
So you got in when TikTok was like very early stages, like it wasn't even like popping off.
Yeah, like I think like we were working out of a WeWork at the time.
Wow.
I was probably employee like 200, and within our team, I was employee number three, and that team is like the revenue team, and the team is like probably like over 1,000 people.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, so then, so if you got in so early stages, like how did you even, like, what led you to there?
Oh yeah, this is like the most sketchiest like recruiting process ever. Basically, uh, they had reached out to me when I was like Musically. So back then they didn't have an HR in the US. But yeah, they had reached out like when they were Musically. So if you remember, they bought out Musically, and that's how they like sort of got their foot into the door in the US market. Um,
Wait, musically, what was music?
it was basically like TikTok, but like dancing, like little
Like
girls.
people lip syncing?
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
was
okay.
very much like dance and lip sync focused, and primarily for like teenage girls,
Okay.
like 13 and under. So they had reached out to me, and at the time I was like ready to leave my company, right? So I was kind of like looking for any opportunity out there. And I remember being at VidCon the year before, never heard of this thing called Musical.ly, but then everyone was crowding this one tent when we were there. So I was like, okay, like this is something. So I didn't really know much about it, but I was like, okay, this is a cool opportunity. So I interviewed, it went well. Went to the second round, it went well. I got all the way to the final round, and then they sort of like pulled the plug, and I was confused, like what's wrong? And they're like, oh, sorry, like, we're just like we're not ready to hire, so we're closing the position. And 2 months later, I saw that they got bought out by TikTok and rebranded to TikTok. So I think that's why they put a pause on that. Um, and then they like 6 months later, I get like a random like text, literally zero name. It was like basically you up there. They're like, are you still interested? I'm like, who is this?
You're like,
Zero
is this
context.
spam?
No, like literally zero context, random phone number. I was like, who is this? Um, and it turns out it was like a recruiter from China, who saw my file, and like I had gone through the rounds of interview. So at first I thought it was like, yeah, I thought it was like spam. I thought it was fake. Then I came in to meet the team, and was there like 2 weeks later.
Alright, how long were you there for?
Almost 4 years. Yeah.
And then, so you were always in the kind of marketing space.
Yeah.
Did you always
Yeah.
know you wanted to do that? Or like, how did that journey kind of happen?
Yeah. I knew I wanted to do something at least creative leaning, right? So I thought marketing was sort of like the intersection between business and creative. I did not start out that way. I majored in econ. I was a data analyst in my first job out of college, and I think every single job I've had a different title, and I've been doing different things, literally even up until now. So I think for me at the time, I knew I wanted to go that direction. So, but I would take like half steps to get there. So every job I would get closer and closer and closer to the creative. And TikTok was actually the first time I got to like really be in the creative seat.
And then what kind of made you leave? Because TikTok was obviously blowing up and like it's a company that a lot of people wanted to work at. So
Yeah.
like, what made you transition out?
Yeah. I think like just to preface, like TikTok was my best ever like working experience. I'm still really, really good friends with a lot of the folks that were on my team. And it's a unique bond. Like we went from like zero to like the fastest growing company in the world, right? And just all the stress and pressure that came with that, I think really bonded us. The work I was doing was great, but um, after 4 years, frankly, I wanted an opportunity to like move into like a leadership role, and was not understanding why I was not being afforded that opportunity. So I was being frustrated, right? Like I basically would onboard and teach and train people that would then become my boss. So I was like, why can't I just be the boss? Um, and then doing like, not to go too deep into it, but like doing that actually, like I voiced my frustrations. Um, Ultimately, like it ruffled some feathers, and when it got to the point where they had to do cuts, I was part of the one that was I was like a part of the cuts. Even though my like coworkers loved me, my performance was like the highest you could get at the company. So there really was no reason,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So that's kind of what I'm just like thing is like I just made my boss angry and she
Last
fussed.
year.
Yeah,
But I mean, I think that that is brave, and I think that that is worth doing, especially if you're like right, you're so much into the work that you do. It's like if you're not getting the recognition and you're not growing, it's like why would you stay? Honestly, you don't know them anyway.
yeah,
But after
exactly.
that, like, then you kind of went into the startup space, right? Ish.
Yeah, my friend, actually, it happened like so like serendipitously because I had like basically my friend had reached out like while all this was happening, like where I was like frustrated, all that stuff. My friend had reached out and he was like, "Hey, like, how do you like it on TikTok?" And I told him like how I was frustrated. I was giving that opportunity to like lead teams, all that stuff. And he's like, "Well, I'm like thinking about like like basically opening this agency in LA." Um, it was based in the UK, but they were looking to open a US branch, and they had tapped him to potentially like lead that, right? So he's like, "Hey, I would like you to come and lead the strategy team." And excuse me. So like it sounded really exciting. I obviously like we had a working relationship, and I knew he was good at what he did. So I was like, "Sure, I'll do it." So I gave him a verbal yes,
Yeah.
and then the very next day is when they let me go. So it actually sort of worked out because they gave me like a like 6 months severance.
Okay. Wait, so like you were employed for a day?
I no, I like gave my verbal like yes, like a handshake yes, but I didn't say anything. And then the next day that they let me go.
But then they still gave you severance?
They gave me 6 months
Oh wow,
severance.
that's crazy.
And like I got to like zero skips in my resume, basically. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise where like I was gonna quit anyways. If that happened a week later, then I would have given my resignation and I would not have done that.
Right, right.
So I think it was timing was great. Like I was obviously ready to leave. They were trying to cut the team. Um, that being said, it still did not feel good to
I
be,
mean, sure,
yeah,
sure.
right.
I've been there, so I understand. Um, worky today. Um, okay, so then let's fast forward a little bit, and now you're out in New York. You've been wanting to come out here for a while, and work brought you out here. I don't know how much you could talk about what you do now, but
Yeah. So the company that I'm at is called NBA Take Two Media. They're a joint venture between the NBA and 2K Take Two Interactive, which is like the parent company of like 2K and stuff.
like the game.
Yeah. So they're trying to like launch this like lifestyle brand with the idea that like basketball is more than just the sport, right? Like it's more than the product that happens on the court. It spans like music, fashion, like all seeps into all like facets of culture, and they wanted to like sort of be the brand that captured that. So it's more about telling like stories about that and like letting the other like sports media have like the highlights and the player stuff. um but yeah, I'm there. I'm the head of integrated marketing there. So what that means is I'm basically working with the sales team to drive like integrated marketing campaigns and pitch ideas so that like we could get sponsors. So similar to what I was doing at TikTok, and like building these packages out using basically all the tools that we have at our disposal. So it's like we have an events thing, we have content like long form, short form content. So yeah, that's sort of my role right now.
I feel like you have this very like confident nature about yourself and like in the work that you do. Like, how do you feel like you've been able to like were you always like that, or was that something you had to build yourself? But like how are you where you are now?
I It's interesting that you say that because I feel like I'm not confident at all at work.
Really?
Yeah. It's I deal with like a lot of imposter syndrome. And I told you like every single time I've never had the same job title, right? So like in some ways I'm learning things like from the ground up every single time. So I'm at work and like frankly I don't know, I'm not like the expert at the job yet. So at TikTok I was confident because over time I became like the expert on it, right? And I think through my expertise that's kind of where the confidence came from because I was confident that nobody knew TikTok better than I did. At that time, I like now like agencies like they all know what to do on there. But yeah, I think for me it's really like it starts with imposter syndrome, falling flat on my face, learning from my mistakes, doing that over and over and over again, and like after a while, I think that confidence naturally builds. So I think right now I'm sort of in that like sort of working through it phase where I don't have it all down, but every week that goes by, I feel a little more comfortable with my role.
Do you feel like you in like kind of subconsciously enjoy that though, or like you have to kind of come in and not really know things and then like build that confidence? Do you feel like you gravitate towards that, or would you prefer like that not be the case?
It's a little bit of both, and I think like life stage is also important. Like I'm not a young man anymore. I'm 34 or turning 34 very soon.
Yeah.
And I think when I was like 20, in my 20s, I was like, yeah, I want to like just absorb and try new things. It's different now and the stakes are higher, like when you move up the career ladder,
Yeah.
right? So like you're expected to know a lot of things. You're expected to be the expert of a lot of things. So I think not having that sometimes, like especially when I first step into a role, gives me a little bit of like unease. But that being said, I do like learning stuff, right? And uh forcing myself into these positions like forces me to learn. So I would say even it's been what, like maybe 6 months since I've learned like been on my job and I've learned a ton since. So
Yeah.
it's a good and a bad.
That's good. I feel like you're very inspiring, Subin, and you work very hard, honestly.
Thank you.
It's like I feel like you're the type where you're like if I want something like I'm gonna go get it type of thing. Regardless of external factors.
Yeah, I mean there are like this New York move was definitely one of those things for me. Like a it validated something that like I can set a goal and actually do it. Because like you had mentioned earlier, like I've been wanting to I well, probably since I met you, I was like I'm gonna be in New York, I'm gonna be in New York. But it was just so hard to get there. Like that journey was took 10 years basically from like when I first wanted to move to New York and to now. And when I turned 33, I was like, it's either now or never, and you need to like go all out. So that's when I started applying to jobs in New York, and like I got it. I landed the job, and so I think all of that happening was very like validating for me, you know. But yeah, I think it's all about like setting intention and like having a goal. I truly feel like when you have something to shoot for, the universe sort of finds a way to like help you get there.
Yeah, I believe that. Do you believe in manifestation?
Oh, 100%.
You manifested it.
I literally manifested this job, and it's funny because when I was trying to find a job and look for a job in New York, I would do this exercise. I think it was like for a solid 3 months every single day. I would close my eyes and like try to like visualize everything, like walking down the subway stop, like going into the cell, like what does it smell like, what does it look like, what are the sounds. I like Google mapped my office, the NBA office, and I would like map out my route and imagine like what it would be like to walk like to my office. And it was crazy because like the first day that I got to work and I walked that route, it was like almost exactly how I imagined it.
Oh my god, full body chills. But that's like the power of manifestation if you do it right, right? It's like you can manifest like I want this job or I want this kind of love or whatever, but you have to get so granular.
Mhm.
And the more granular you get and the more you visualize it, the more like it actually happens because you're already seeing it, you already feel it, you already know what's happening. So it's like it's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
That's so good.
that's like honestly like I know that there's like some sort of like scientific explanation. I don't know exactly what it is, but you're just like matching frequencies, right? The better, what is it? Like you are the creator of your own reality. And when you're able to like make that feel tangible, then it'll happen. So, very big proponent of manifestation. I was kind of like a little like skeptical about it before, and now I'm like, you just need to manifest everything.
Everything. I agree. 100% agree. Okay, so let's talk about New York. Let's talk about some fun stuff. So, what is that? Okay,
Oh.
so even in LA too, you are very like open to dating and going on dates and like trying to find your person. And it seems like out here you've also been doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So like, first of all, how is it different, you feel?
Personally, I think that the girls in New York are more attractive. I just think they're like my. They're just my style. I like how they're all so ambitious. They all have something going on. They also like dress better, in my opinion, and like they have like an edge to them that I feel like girls in New York, LA don't. I think it's just a lot more diverse here too. Like you're just forced to mix and mingle between all backgrounds and races. So it's interesting that like in LA I would get liked by certain types of girls, and then here I would like match with a whole like a variety of women like from all backgrounds. That's cool.
So like what have you kind of not even just in dating, but like while you've been out here, what have you been doing? And like when you were imagining coming out here, what were things that you like wanted to do?
I've been going to a lot of shows. Clearly, we're going to Jamie and
Yeah.
Tess tonight. Yeah, I've been keeping myself busy, like saying yes to as many experiences. I've been walking a lot.
Yeah, I've been here for 1 week, and let's look at our step count later because this is like crazy, like legit crazy.
Yeah, I'm at like 30,000.
Well, that's because you ran 10 miles. But yes, walking a lot.
But I actually think like walking to places unlocks a lot of things. So like I appreciate that. It's just nice to be outside. But I don't know, like when I walk from place to place, like it's almost like meditative for me where I'm not thinking. I'm like just enjoying sort of like the view, and you just like people watch and like sit down like at a shop like and like visit like random like little shops and stuff. It's like I think it's really cool. Yeah.
What does a day in the life of Subin?
What day are we talking about?
Like maybe not a work day. Like,
Okay.
because a work day you know.
It's Saturday. Typically I like to like do some sort of workout, like either running, going to the gym, and then eat something delicious because ultimately the reason why I work out is so that I could be a badass and just eat whatever I want.
There.
So that I'll do, and then I'll go out, and it's like I don't think there's been a Saturday here where I haven't gone out.
I mean, I believe that 100%. I feel like you've been doing so much. Wait, I do want to know. So far, what's like the best thing you've had?
Food wise?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard. There's just so much good food out here. I think a lot of my friends know that I love Raider Bakery. I think that was the place that I visited.
I remember this. You did.
Literally once a week, I would go for the first 3 months, every week, and try something different. I feel like that honeymoon phase is worn off a little bit, but it's still really good.
But like, what is it about it? 'Cause
Uh,
it was trending last time I was here too.
their bread is just so their focaccia is insane. Their sandwiches are like I had a turkey kale like sandwich, and like I think they like massaged the kale with like dressing. It was so well dressed, not a bland bite. It was insane. And the pastries are like out of this world. I'm not really a big pastry guy, but good lord, I legit have had I think every single pastry that they've served.
I need to go. I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, it's
but
really good.
I'll go. Okay, so you're a big foodie.
Yes.
I remember when we did was it a taco tour?
Yeah.
We did a taco tour, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing that here?
Not yet. I think I mean I hope I would get to a place at a certain point to like know all the spots. I think we would swap out tacos for pizza,
Yeah.
or maybe dumplings. Wait,
Dumplings.
did it? Oh,
I
you
did a pizza tour last time I was here.
You did it?
I did by myself. Like nobody asked, but I did.
What was the best pizza?
Okay, so for me, I did Polly G's, Linda Street, Scars, Best Pizza,
Not bad.
and there was one more. What's huh? Polly G's. I said Polly
Just
G's.
cheese.
There was one more. Best. Okay, well anyway, it clearly wasn't that memorable. But I said Polly G's. But then every single time I kept coming, I kept getting Polly G's, and then the last time I got it, I was kind of like, I'm like a little over it.
Yeah.
So then I had Chrissy's this time.
Oh, you had Chrissy's.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
good,
it's
right?
good.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite anymore. Do you have a favorite?
For me, it's Linda Street. Like,
Oh, really?
hands down.
What
Easily.
what is it about Linda Street? Because when I eat pizza, yes, it's good. But I'm like, what makes this better than the other good place?
To be honest, so I'm like a sucker for like sweet and savory, and my favorite pizza there is like the bacon and fig jam. It's really good, but like the flavors are really good. I feel like the ingredients are really good. The dough and the bread is insane, and you like it has a perfect crisp to it. I, it's just in my mind that their sandwiches are really good too.
They have sandwiches?
They have sandwiches. Like some of the best sandwiches I've had in New York was there. And they have gelato, like that they put like olive oil and sprinkle salt on. It's just a food podcast. Did we change subjects?
Should we go to Linda Street today after?
I'm assuming.
Oh my god, okay. So Linda Street is your top
Pizza.
so far.
Yeah. But oh yeah, like you should do a Chinatown tour. Like that's like the I've done 2 of those. Actually I took dates on
Like you did a tour for your date.
yeah, like because Chinatown, it's like there's no place to like sit down and eat really, so you're on the move anyways, and super cheap, so you could try out a lot of different things. And yeah, there's like dumplings, there's like buns, noodles. Yeah, it's really really good.
So okay, so that's a cute date idea. What other date ideas have you done?
Oh man, did a movie night at the park. That was cool.
Concerts. Have you gone to a show with somebody?
No, not yet. They have to earn that.
Okay, but I feel like New York just has so much to do. Like I've been here for a week and I feel like I've done more in this week. I'm also very exhausted, but like than I do in like 3 weeks in LA.
Yeah, I think it's just like the proximity to things, and everything is closer, everything is easier. Everyone's outside, which is weird because the weather here is way shittier than LA. But I think that's kind of just like that's just the mindset of New Yorkers, right? If it's nice out or sunny out, they have to be out, they have to be doing things. Um,
Today is beautiful.
today was
like actually the perfect one.
like 74
Yeah.
degrees or something.
And not like not humid at all.
Yeah,
So clearly you like New York more than LA, it feels like.
100%.
100%.
I mean, I miss my friends,
Right,
obviously, and like Korean food and Mexican food and breakfast burritos.
all the fucking food.
All the foods. But other than that, like, it's ironic because after like moving from LA to New York, I actually see more green. Like I'm
Okay.
like surrounded more by more nature, which sounds like not how it's typically goes because you think of New York as like a concrete jungle, but the parks here are so nice,
So beautiful.
so nice,
I like
and
going to Domino Park.
it's
but it's-
it's right here, it's right here.
But it's also like because you live in Brooklyn. Like the city itself doesn't have that much green.
It's like Central Park.
I mean, sure.
Yeah,
But like I think Brooklyn is just like
that's true.
Brooklyn
Yeah.
is so nice.
That's why I'm like telling you to go to Fort Greene because like their streets are lined with trees. It's such a vibe, and it's right next to Fort Greene Park and like not too far from Prospect Park, which is also really
Is that
nice.
where Dumbo is though?
No, Dumbo is like to the tip of the way left on the bottom part of the boot. Fort Greene is like a little like a little more at where like the curve happens.
What are you hoping for kind of in the next like how long do you think that you're going to stay here first of all? Or do you think this is like a very long term thing and like what are you kind of hoping for in the next?
I think this move is permanent because I have no family. I never had family out in LA since my parents moved. But my parents are thinking about moving here,
Oh wow.
And I have an uncle that lives here. So
They
like,
live in Korea, right? Your
they live in
parents?
Korea,
Okay.
yeah. So they decided that they want to move here, and be close with family. So yeah, when they move here, like really the only reason for me to go back to LA would just be to visit friends.
Are they planning to live in the city or like outskirts, like Flushing or something?
I don't know yet. It might be New Jersey because that's where my uncle lives, but it also might be the city. Who knows? Yeah, they haven't really
Oh my
decided.
God, are they ready for that? Like, New York is tough.
It's a lot, but I mean, like you go to like parts of New York in the that are more south, and it's way more residential, and it feels a
That's
lot safer, and I think they would be able to like handle that. So, we'll
You've
see.
been so away from your family for so long.
Yeah,
How many years?
like I think like 7 years. So yeah, used to a lot of like just Christmases by myself, watching Christmas movies.
Subin! You didn't go home to Korea?
No, I usually go like November-ish. Um, so I'll try to spend either Thanksgiving or Christmas there, but it's like never both. And I like Thanksgiving food, so I try to stay here. And then for Christmas, it's like super cold, so I don't really go there. So
Subin is so food driven.
my life revolves around food and parties. That's it. That's it.
So did that like make you so sad a lot of times, or did it like stop bothering you?
No, I mean, I guess this sounds sad, but then I kind of like grew used to it, and I was totally fine with it. And it was actually like nice because I had a full day to myself, doing nothing. I would have like a little like feelings of like loneliness like here and there, but no, it was great. I would just like go like watch Christmas movies, eat Chinese food, like it was the best. Yeah, hang out with yourself.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to in the next couple of years, or hoping?
Oh man, I'm hoping to like I think just like experience as much as I can. Um, I was blessed to have a lot of friends that live here already, like M and like groups of friends that had migrated from LA or like extended groups of friends. But I also like want to kind of like make my own new friends that I've never met. Part of the reason for me wanting to move to New York was because you get to meet so many different people. So like really want to like explore like what that looks like. Um, what else? I want to eventually find someone and get married. Sounds weird to say
Why does that sound weird?
because it seems so far away, but like
Eventually.
it's hopefully like in the cards. And I moved here thinking that I would find someone here as well. So hopefully that comes to fruition. Um, what else? I really want to find a hobby or a side hustle. Because I feel like everyone in New York has a hobby or a side hustle. So it's kind of inspiring me to find something as well. Um,
I feel like you do have hobbies.
my hobby is eating and drinking and partying
And running.
and running, I guess.
Do you golf?
No.
Okay. Do you, oh, also going back to like meeting people and stuff, are you someone that has like social anxiety?
Um, yeah, it's funny because like as you get older, I think it gets harder to meet people and you sort of get stuck in your ways. So when I was 20 something, I was just literally could go up to any group and make conversation and befriend them. Now it's a little harder. So I guess that's where the social anxiety sets in when I'm like by myself in a situation in a room or something and I'm like I don't know what to say. I don't know how to strike up a conversation. But like once we do start talking, it's fine. But
It still takes something to get to that point.
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call it like social anxiety. To like, I don't want to like cheapen that word to like describe what I feel
Yeah.
as that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, mine is just more like there's a bit of a hesitance to connect with random people. But
Have you been like going, like, have you had the opportunity while you've been here where like, I mean, obviously you hang out with your groups of friends,
Mhm.
but like, have you been in situations here where like that opportunity has been like available to you?
um, not really. I mean, I will go to things by myself, like shows and like museums and stuff like that. But you don't really meet friends there,
Yeah.
right? I have met like friends of friends, so like those how are like how I've been making my New York relationships. But when I was in LA, I joined a run club and I met a lot of new friends through there. I haven't done that here yet, so I think once I get more settled, I'll probably join a run club and like meet people that way. But other than that, I'm just hoping that I can bump into cool people like as I'm out and about.
Yeah, it's fair. I mean, I feel like now I've been seeing on TikTok a lot of like people that like do these like events. Like if you're a single girl in New York, or like if you're a single guy
Yeah.
in New York, like we're doing a meetup here, like blah blah blah. Like, would you go to that?
It's funny because my friend actually invited me to one,
Uh-huh.
and the premise is your friends have to create a presentation and pitch you to
What?
an audience.
Wait, like before?
Yeah, so it'll be like, oh, this guy, let's say Bob,
Get from her? Charlie. Sorry, Charlie.
my friend Bob is this amazing guy, and like they'll have like pictures of him, and then afterwards, like, because the guy Bob is also there, so afterwards, I think they all have drinks and stuff. But there's a lot of like people are getting really creative with these like
It's
meet and greet
so
dates.
funny. Can you go to one and then tell us about it?
Maybe
I would be so curious because I've been seeing that. Like, I don't feel like anyone in LA does that.
it's hard to do. It's much easier to do it here because it's much easier to get to places and like gather people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like people in New York understand that online dating is kind of an issue. So I think there are people that are sick of it and that are taking steps to find new avenues to meet people. When I was in LA, I didn't get that feeling at all.
What do you think is it? Why do you think that people think it's an issue?
Because the online dating system is broken. I've been on online dating for so long, Hinge for so long, and you can tell just the way that you meet people through an online through like online dating, it kind of kills the magic of meeting someone and in person. Like, and of course there are so many like success stories. I have a bunch of friends, and I'm sure you do too, who got met on Hinge and like got married and stuff. But I don't know, it just takes a little bit of like that excitement out, and I think it also gives people agency to be like assholes because you never meet them. You don't know who they are. You've never met them face to face. It's much easier to ghost people and like, you know, all that stuff.
Have you ghosted?
I have not ghosted,
So good.
but I have been ghosted several times.
But like, don't you think ghosting is so rude? Like, just say something.
Yeah, it's rude. It's disrespectful. It's also like comes from fear, right? Because they don't have the balls to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't like you, and like face that reaction.
But it's not even like I don't like you. It can just be like I don't really see that. Like I
Yeah.
don't think I see this going further.
But I think people are afraid to even do that. Like they're afraid of confrontation, which is probably why they're on an online dating app to begin with.
Yeah, I don't like ghosting culture. I'm very pleased to hear that you've never ghosted.
Yeah, that's
I feel like you're straightforward.
common decency. In some ways I am. In some ways I'm not. But at least with this, I try to be. And I called out girls for that. Like I've gotten ghosted. I'm like, hey, like I totally get if you don't like me, but let's just have some like respect. It's like it's a shitty dating online anyways. Like let's not add to that. And one of them got back to me, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Blah blah blah.
The others just like
The others just kept going along their way, just kept ghosting.
Well, how are you not straight?
Um, I think sometimes it's hard for me to express my feelings very clearly. So if I'm talking to someone, I don't know, I'll show rather than say, and I'll kind of I don't know. I'm not like very like direct. Hey, let's sit down. Let's talk about like where our relationship is gonna be in like X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I think in some ways I'm not very straightforward, but that's something that honestly I'm trying to fix. So
Do you trust more of like you're like is it like your mind is kind of like, oh, I'm showing it in my action that I like that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I can also see how that could be misinterpreted. because when the girls does the reverse to me, and I never pick up on these things,
Stupid.
and then they're like pissed, and I'm like, what? You didn't? I can't read your mind.
So they'll show you, but for you it's not clocking.
Well, to be fair, girls show it in very subtle ways that like they're like, oh my god, I look back at him and he didn't come up to me. Like, how the hell are we supposed to know? There's 50 people in this club here. Like,
Do you I'll be honest, do you like the push and pull, or are you kind of like you just like direct? Like if you like throw.
I think it depends. I think it really depends. It's situational for me. I do like it. I do appreciate it when a girl is straightforward with me. But sometimes you want a little push and pull, right? Like you want some of that like tension, excitement there. And I feel like if it's constantly like pushing, then it's like you don't really get some of that. At least in the beginning phases.
I don't know how to do push and pull. I'm so direct. It's like my friends are always like, you need to be mysterious. Like I literally don't know how.
I wouldn't say like you're intentionally doing things to make them feel like uneasy or not confident about like where they are in the relationship. I think it's more about truly prioritizing your own time over theirs, frankly, like at least in the beginning of the relationship. Because I think if you're too available sometimes, it shouldn't be this way, but like for the other party, it makes them like sort of like look at you from like a low, like not like,
I know what you're saying.
right?
But like I think it depends on the phase, right? Like I think when you're first meeting somebody and then it feels like that
Yeah.
much pressure, then yeah, for sure it's kind of like. But then I think when you establish like the feelings are there
Oh, yeah, yeah,
mutually,
yeah.
at that point when like the push and pull for me personally, I don't understand it.
Oh yeah,
Because then I'm like, what are you doing here?
that
But a lot of guys still like that. Like,
what? I mean, when you guys are like a thing, like or a couple, like that just sounds annoying.
well, when you're a couple, I think that's different. But I think there's like different stages. Like you first meet, and
Right.
when you first meet, like couple days, and they're already like, then like that's a little crazy.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
like
yeah.
I think when you like
Or, like exclusive.
exclusive,
Okay,
but like
okay.
not fully relationship yet.
No.
you know?
Yeah, I think that's normal. You're about to judge me so hard.
No, I wasn't. I actually am very pleased with how you've been responding.
Okay, I passed the test.
Yes. Wait, this tattoo, it's new.
Yeah.
When did you get that?
I got it recently actually. My friend's friend, she's a tattoo artist. She's like really great, but she's an apprentice. So she's just trying to build her book. So I got this tattoo for free.
Wow.
I had to pay her for her studio time and like
Yeah,
tip
yeah.
and stuff, but I mean this piece came out to maybe like $100.
What?
Yeah.
Is that your only one?
No, I have
You have like several, right?
I have this one. I have this one.
You're gonna get more.
I have this one.
Do you like the kind of like sparse ones, or are you gonna like full sleeve up?
I think it's hard for me to commit to like a full sleeve. So it's not that I like these ones more. It's just an easier decision to make. And it's honestly not as expensive.
Right. I can't see you with a sleeve. I think I like this better. Like I feel like if you had a sleeve, it's like a different item. I'm not ready for that.
Just keep going. Well, eventually I guess it'll if I do it's gonna be like taking right, like a giant sticker book. But I don't know. I think probably a couple more. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it all over my body.
Okay. Big question.
Oh, okay.
What brings you purpose?
I ask myself this sometimes. I want to be someone that is a good friend, someone that people can rely on. I also want to like leave the world better than when I got here. So just having a positive impact on my people, my community. But yeah, it's a question that I've been like wrestling with for sure because as someone that's not as religious or I guess not religious, like people find purpose in the God,
Yeah.
right? People find purpose in family. I don't have my own family. I mean, like not my parents, but like maybe that changes when I have kids because I hear your whole life changes, like the priorities just change when you have kids. Um, for me, I just want to be a good person and have a good time, really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that that is something like it is a big question. I think it's something that I'm asking myself because I grew up Christian. Did you ever grow up like with faith?
Yeah, I was in the praise band.
Oh, okay. So you like had the same trajectory as me.
Yeah,
So,
super.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was super religious, like praise band, everything. And then I'm kind of like agnostic, I would say. Like I do believe there is a God or like a higher power, but like I don't really know what that
Yeah.
looks like type of thing. Because obviously like manifesting and like putting energy into the universe and like knowing that it's gonna come back to you, there's something there, right? Um, but I think because my trajectory was like that, I'm for the first time in my life like discovering what I actually like want to believe or see in my life or see in my future, and it's a weird thing. It's
So
like,
what is it? What is your
I don't
answer?
know. I'm kind of see like I thought I always thought I wanted kids when I was like in my 20s, right? I don't know that I want kids anymore.
Really?
Yeah, and like and then I'm obviously getting older, and so that's like a thing that has always kind of it's like one of those things where it's like you don't want to not have the opportunity if you like later down the
Decide
line,
to- yeah.
right? But in this moment, in this season of my life right now, I don't. And like, and I also even like marriage, I don't feel ready for it. And I feel like a big part of that is because like I feel like I haven't really lived for me yet.
Mhm.
You know, and
Yeah.
like you said, when you have kids, your priorities change and like just everything changes. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful gift. Every person that I know that has kids has been like, it's changed my life. But I'm just not, I think I want to be selfish a little bit
Yeah.
now.
No,
And,
I
like,
agree.
I'm not ready to do that. Like even marriage, I think seeing all my friends get married and stuff, like obviously you just naturally think like, is that next? But it gave me like anxiety because I was like, oh, that is like y- inevitably your life becomes our life, and that's a beautiful thing. But I think for me, I'm like, did I do my life yet?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think I'm just a late bloomer. So like I'm 33 now, and I like to have these kind of thoughts is like fucking diabolical, honestly. But you know,
I mean, it's funny. I'm curious your thought because I feel like this mindset is pretty common among people our age, and like millennials. Do you think it's a generational thing? Do you think it's an age thing? Do you think it's a cultural thing? Where do you think that stems from?
I think I think thinking of like a life path of like, you know, at a certain age you get married, and then at a certain age you have kids, and like blah blah blah. Like I guess that's like the normal traditional path for a lot of people,
Mhm.
and I think especially in Korean culture or Asian American culture, I think that is even more prominent. If you're a Christian, that is extra prominent. Like that is like the path of purpose, right? But as I've gotten older and my parents have gotten older, my parents like they're like, if you never want to get married, don't get married. If you never want to have kids, you don't need to have kids. Like if you never want to have that, like that is totally fine. Like don't ever feel pressured. And I think I'm not saying that I don't want those things. Like I think I still do. I don't know about the kids part, but like marriage, like I think I still do. But it's just like I don't feel pressured to like need to have it now. And I think having parents who are very like, you know, like be free, do your thing, like whatever, has definitely influenced that.
Yeah, that's like a really hot take from like a Korean parent because all the Korean parents
They're like, what my aunts and uncles are all like, when are you getting married? Like get married before
Yeah.
we die. Like
it's like
blah.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, but my parents like actually get upset when they do that because they're like, don't put pressure on them. Like she doesn't need to have that. Like she
Wow.
doesn't need to do that. And I think I'm very blessed and lucky because I mean, I think I am a lover. Like I really am, and I love to love on people. And I know that like when I have a partner, like I'm gonna like really, really like love hard, and I'd be a really great partner. But I also am like, I have time kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like my parents are like, whatever's about it. So I don't know. Like I think that's a lot of things, but I also think at our age and in this generation, a lot of people are kind of like not pressed.
Yeah. I asked that because I actually read an article recently where like people in their early to mid 30s are suffering from they call it a Peter Pan syndrome, where you don't want to grow up, which honestly, clearly, like I resonate with that, but I think it's because the pandemic took a lot of our like twilight 20s, early 30s years away. So we're in a way we're trying to recapture that. But I don't know. I think our generation has realized that like you don't really live until you're 30, right? So to give that all up seems it sucks. And I think there's nothing wrong with being selfish, but it's interesting because then you look at what your parents did and understand how much they sacrificed. Like their life was you, basically. And yeah, I'm just like way more selfish than my parents, unfortunately. But maybe that's what they wanted. Like that's the American dream.
But that is also fair. Like I think especially immigrant children, we have this we're always dancing between that, right? Like part of us is like our parents did so much for us. Like I want to like, make sure that like I'm giving back to them and like doing a life that like makes them feel like almost like fulfilled through us kind of thing. But then again, if doing that is making you inherently like not fulfilled or like not happy or like maybe I don't want to do this, then ultimately what they did is not. I mean, I don't know. I get exactly what you're saying though. It's like ultimately what they did, does that mean that it wasn't? It was. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah, it's well. I think my mom is a perfect example of this. I think she poured so much into myself and my sister that after we grew up and became adults, like she doesn't know what to do. Like she doesn't have many friends in Korea specifically. She doesn't have a ton of hobbies. Like she's an art person, but she gave that up when she had us. So you're kind of lost because you don't know who you are as a person, right? And it's too late at that point to figure it out. So I do feel bad, and I feel like that's not a unique situation for a lot of. I feel like a lot of Korean American parents, or just parents, immigrant parents in general, go through that. Like they, they're like their life's purpose is not in that way. Right.
I mean, it's really sad in a way, and I think like my mom was an artist too, actually.
Really?
Then she stopped when she came out here and then had us. For my mom though, like yeah, she says like her purpose is us, and like she is the best mom, so nurturing, so motherly. Like she is a rock star mom, but it's like, yeah, it's like when we're out of the house and like now we're getting older and she's getting older, it's like she doesn't really have anything to kind of hold on to. But I will say my parents travel a lot now. Like, and that's where they find their joy and like their fulfillment. But I think I've been having a lot of thoughts of like that fulfillment. Like, what does that look like for you? What does that mean for you? And sometimes I'm like, am I going backwards? Like, am I like, you know what I mean? Like, am I being insane? Am I crashing out? Or am I just genuinely like kind of trying to discover what that really feels like for me? And I don't know if I've found that yet.
I think what you're doing is you're learning more about yourself. I think before you were almost like blissfully ignorant. You know how at work they say that some of the people, like some of the best workers are actually like have imposter syndrome or like don't know where they're going because the more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know. And I think that's kind of like what you're going through right now, where your life seemed great because your mindset back then was like, no worries, all like rainbows and butterflies. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't like that, but now it's like, oh shit, like who am I? Like you're asking the hard question. So I wouldn't say you're regressing. I think you're just going through more like thoughtful and insightful sort of like a self recollection.
God, is this your podcast? Oh my god, that was actually a really good conversation.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've never really talked in depth about that on here. But like, do you kind of feel like you're in a place like that, or do you feel like for you, you've kind of like found what you, I guess, like your path for?
No, I haven't found that. But hot take. I don't think your purpose has to be that. There are some people that have like people that are like, I need to save the world, and hats off to them, and they're doing amazing things. There are people whose purpose is their kids, right? Who's to say that that purpose is any less than saving the world? And sort of, if you zoom out a little more, I think being fulfilled in happiness, like finding happiness, why can't that be your purpose? Like, why can't that be good enough, right? Like, you don't have to sort of stew in your room and be like, oh, like, what is like I think it's healthy to have those thoughts, but I've also come to terms with like the fact that I just want to like be happy and I just want to make people around me happy, and that's good enough for me.
Hard. I love this. Stop. Okay, I'm gonna do. We're getting close to a wrap up.
Okay.
I feel like I talked to you forever. Subin, can you come back on? Okay, I'm gonna do some rapid fire questions. Okay. Well, actually, I already asked some of them. Okay. Describe your perfect day.
Perfect day. Today was really great. Nice day, sunny, summer, maybe a little like wine at the park, chill at the park, and then eat some really bomb food, and then go party, stay up all night.
God.
Uh, this I might look back on this like 5 years from now, like Jesus, you are a sad piece of shit. But for now, in New York, that's like my perfect day.
That sounds like a perfect day, honestly. Okay. What is your death row?
Oh, it's funny because I've had this thought. I have asked people about this. Like this is like my hitch prompt. Actually,
Okay.
it would be a multi-course meal.
You can only. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a death. Okay, actually, you can't have one.
I mean, maybe you can, maybe you can't. Have you guys looked
No.
into it?
Okay. You're right.
So unless someone corrects me, I'm gonna keep going with this idea. So it would be Korean, Mexican food, and then sandwiches.
Dude, what the hell? You're having like all the cuisine.
Well, I could eat it all. Like if I eat it all, then that'd be fine, right? Then that's one thing for me. So if I could eat it all, what's the difference?
It's supposed to be
Divine a meal.
like.
Is it a multi-course meal still a meal?
No.
Yes, it is. That's why it's called a multi-course meal.
Okay. So literally all the cuisines of the world.
No, it would be Korean, Mexican, maybe sushi, but I don't feel like
And sandwiches. You said.
sandwiches. I feel like I would want to go out with like the dankest shit.
Okay. Fair. That's still not like a one thing, like a one item thing.
Unless you call up a jail and ask them what is your strict guidelines and refute this multi-course thing, I'm gonna keep rolling with it.
Okay, fair. What is something on your bucket list that you haven't done?
I want to get really good at some artistic thing. So whether that's making pottery or photography or whatever that is, like I really want to do that and I haven't done it yet. Does that count? That's
Yeah. I mean, like you want to define hobbies, so
Yeah.
that kind of works for that. Okay. If you could have any superpower.
I also have a really good answer for this.
Okay.
So my answer, and it's inspired by. Have you watched Heroes TV show?
Is that with Hayden Penn?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like season 3 or season 4, this little girl is like the strongest person, and everyone's trying to get her, like find her, because she has the capability. She's like a GPS. She could find anyone at any point in the world. So my superpower would be that, but we extrapolate that and actually include things like
Oh, you could find anything.
anything, even tangible or not. Like it could even be like an idea of something. Like, oh, let me think of an idea. Where do I find that? Oh,
Wow, you like really thought about
Yeah.
that. I've never heard someone say that before.
see, like flying, super strength. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the boring stuff. You gotta dig deep.
Okay. What is your favorite quality about yourself?
I think I like people. I guess like if we go deeper, like I'm a very curious person, so I'm always like curious about new things, new experiences, new people, and like genuinely like wanting to know more about them. And I feel like that has opened a lot of different doors in my life. So I would say that's probably my favorite.
Very good. Did you ever have a life belief that you thought would stand the test of time or change as you grew?
I actually think this purpose thing, and I think maybe religion, is part of that. Um, I'm also agnostic, but I don't know. When you grow up in the church, you don't have the chance to like make your own decision, right? You're just indoctrinated into this thing. This is your reality. So for me, I was like, oh, like I'm gonna just like be this super Christian for the rest of my life. And um, yeah, when I got to be on the other side of it, I realized that like I think kind of like communism, and maybe it's blasphemous to compare communism with Christianity, but I feel like at the core of communism, it's really great, the idea. It's like, hey, everyone is equal. Let's treat everybody equally. Like the ideology
Yes.
and philosophy behind communism and Christianity is great too, right? Like, oh, like be nice to people, like you know, help others, whatever, like all of those things. But people fuck it up. So I don't trust in institutions that are run by people.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So that's kind of like where I'm at, where you can be spiritual with God or whoever your thing is, but I don't believe in church, if that makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
What is your ick?
Ick? Like,
Everybody wanted to know yours.
like for like a potential partner.
Or like just yeah, like if you're dating girls or whatever.
Ick.
Oh, I thought this was gonna come easy for you. I don't know why.
Uh, it's for me when they have like terrible music taste.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like, oh, like, hey, like, what do you listen to? And she's like, I love like Taylor Swift and Drake. And I'm like, nothing wrong with, I actually like Taylor Swift, so like nothing wrong with that. But just like every single person you name off is just
Top 40.
top 40. And I'm like, okay, so you're just being fed this like basic ass music and you love it. What does that say about you as a person?
We're gonna have a conversation about this. Okay. Fair. You do have really good music taste. I feel like in the group, I'm the one you'd get icked by me.
No. But I feel like you are open to listening
No,
to.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm very, very open. I like literally all kinds of music. But then it's just funny because like in our group, I get made fun of a lot. But like I own it. I love it. But I do really, really love exploring different music, and
Yeah.
you guys have opened that door for me.
Yeah.
So I thank you. Okay, let me see. What brings you the most joy? What?
I think being surrounded by friends. And I don't know if I told you this. I've been pitching this crazy idea to like create a commune with our friends. Like if someone gets really rich,
Everyone just buys it.
buy a plot of land. Cause I think that's the most beautiful. Cause like we're our own village, right? And this
Dude, you are on the same wavelength as me because that is what I want.
right? I'm like, dude, why don't we just buy a plot of land in like Wyoming or some shit? Build houses. I say this because I was so inspired when I was invited to a commune party in LA.
Okay.
And this probably like 100 people, they have one rich friend that bought this entire like hillside basically. And there's apartments, buildings, there's all these things. And it started with a group of friends, and now like when people move out, like you get interviewed by them.
The friends.
But they have like their own government, like they assign responsibilities to things, they build things together, like they build their own like gym, and they raise their kids with each other. I think the
Wait,
kids,
that is kind of crazy.
yeah, the kid thing is great. Like it's so like refreshing to see kids run around with other kids and like just fully just be themselves. I feel like a lot of kids nowadays are like socially awkward. And
they're always on social media.
yeah. But it's cool for the parents too. It's because like, all right, like if you guys need date night, you have all these members of your family basically to like watch over them. You fully trust, right? And the person that like set this commune up, he charges basically like whatever it costs to like run the place. So it's not expensive. Yeah, I think you just surrounding yourself with people that you love the most. Like, didn't you ever wish you could live with all your friends in the same apartment building?
That would be fun. It would be like friends.
Exactly.
On steroids.
Exactly. So this is friends on commune.
Okay, I see it in your future.
Yeah.
The vision is there.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna go to Jamie XX tonight. It's
Yes.
gonna be so fun. Thank you, Subin, so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Can you come back on? Because you're a great guest.
100%. Just anytime you need me to fill in.
Tell it.
I'll be like our important guest dropping.
No, you're the most special. Okay, thank you so much. Well, see you next time.
Bye.